Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, interesting article, but it's interesting because the people who I think are guilty of fucking up are in this article portrayed as the victims of people who actually worked up and they hit back. So the fact that someone tries to kill you and you defend yourself and then you fuck that up guy up, he is the victim and you are the perpetrator or something. So this is the example of Target and of Bud Light. So Bud Light and Target, they choose on their own to align themselves with some ideologies. When I go to buy at a store, I don't want to see flags promoting something or not promoting anything or something like that. I want them to just sell their stuff, the product. I don't want them when I enter a store to tell me, do you pledge allegiance to that state or that ideology or that bullshit in a society? No, that's none of your business. You sell ice cream, I'm going to buy ice cream. I don't have to pledge allegiance to any entity. And if you promote something that I disagree with, well, so be it. You're in business of politics, not in selling products, it seems like. And then I would probably react. Now, what's going on here? The first time when, well, let me start with the articles. Let me read you the articles so then I can go to point B. So Yahoo Finance, Target and Bud Light became cautionary tales after political boycotts. So who's the victim here? Bud Light and Target are the victims because they became poor guys victims after political boycotts. So some people boycotted them. They just did something normal, sold their stuff. Okay, from the very beginning is very skewed. So Mr. Hamza Shaban, senior reporter, let me fucking see who the hell you are. Business reporter, puppy poop, pop. I want to know more about you, but I'm not gonna hold you guys with him right now. Okay, so Target on Wednesday became the latest brand to report dwindling sales after a conservative outcry. It doesn't have to be conservative. Maybe people with common sense. Am I supposed to say that? No, you have to be portrayed as something bad. Only if you're bad, you would do such a, move over its support of the LGBTQ community. So Target decided to show their support to this. And not only this, I have nothing against these guys, but I don't like that to be shoved down my fucking throat. Got that? So Target in June drew outrage for its Pride Month merchandise on display in its stores, which then developed into harassment and intimidation against some employees. The backlash hammered its way into company earnings. Target reported the comparable sales during its second quarter after fell 5.4% compared to last year. No, they don't tell you everything. With this Pride Month merchandise, you should go and see what they promoted. I think they had something to do with the kids. So don't touch the kids. All right? So anyway, they fell. And then it was following similar boycott of Bud Light, which continues to suffer financially. Okay, well, remember now, Target, I had a problem with Target. I tell you when I had a problem with Target. Target was one of the companies who that said something about vaccination and mask wearing and all that in their stores. So I said, you know what? I think I'm not gonna go over there because you're political, you don't sell merchandise here. And regarding Targets with LGBTQ, they didn't support LGBTQ. They put merchandise connected with that, targeting children. That was the whole hullabaloo. Okay, that's what happened. And then I personally don't like boycotts. I don't like boycotts, and I will tell you, first time when I heard about the boycott in my life, and I disagreed with him. I didn't know much at that time, but I was like, what is this? What do you mean we boycott? So I don't like you because this, and I boycott. Okay, well, whatever. I'm gonna show you the first boycott I ever heard and was put inside my brain by the authorities. And I have it right here. Can't cooperate. Here it is. The 1993 anti-Nazi boycott. All right. The anti-Nazi boycott was an international boycott of German products. And this international, you're gonna see how international that was. Of German products in response to violence and harassment by members of Hitler's Nazi party against Jews following his appointment of the Chancellor of Germany in June 30th, 1933. Examples of Nazi violence, The boycott was spearheaded by some Jewish organizations, but opposed by others. So it was US and UK plans for a boycott. And you can, if you look here, where is it? The Central Jewish Association of Germany felt obliged to issue statements supporting the and they tell you here, in Britain, the movement would boycott German goods were opposed by the conservative Okay, but New York Supreme Court, you got Joseph and others. Look into it on your own. I'm not gonna go into it. That was for me the first when I heard boycott. That's what I was told about that boycott, and it was I was taught as a good thing. It was not exposed by the people telling me about it as a bad thing or anything. No, it was a good thing. They boycotted because the Nazis were evil, and it is okay. But I'm just saying my first thought went to that. So now poor Target and Bud Light, they are the victims. We, the conservatives, have a problem with them. I'm not a conservative, but I have values and I have likes, dislikes, and I have standards. And I have to tell you that I don't like when people try to influence my personal child. I don't care if you teach your child whatever you teach. It's your child, yours. My child, mine. It shouldn't be the government of the job, or the job of the government to, influence my child into this and that. I'm going to go to a store and they try to sell my kid, I'm just exaggerating, dildos or something like that. Well, I don't like that a bit, okay? So I don't think that's the store for me. I'm not going to buy there, all right? I'm not going to go with, boycott this and boycott that. No, it's just not my thing, or something like that. And Bud Light, the same thing. They try to push something on me. Why do I need to see that? Why do I need? Are you selling beer or are you selling that kind of propaganda and ideology? Yeah, you sell that propaganda and ideology and well, stick it in your ass. Now I'm done with that. I never drank Bud Light anyway, but just so you know, I don't drink Bud Light, okay? I drink maybe one or two. I rarely drink beer anyway, but when it's hot and something like that. But other than that, wine. So, my friends, here it is. These are the victims. Target is the victim and Bud Light is the victim. Well, if it's like that, then put that in the 1933's boycotts, and then who would be the victims then? If you use the same logic. So those guys did something wrong to those guys decide to boycott them. The same thing here. These guys did something, I would say, bad to some people. Those guys said, I'm not going to buy it from you. And all of a sudden, these guys are the bad dudes. Unless you say that what Target and Bud Light did was right. Well, might be right to you, might be wrong to me. Am I entitled to have this without being called this? Because if you call me names, the conversation ends. Not that I'm running away, but it's not the right time to win the competition. The competition is in a different area, not in a name calling, okay? That's when it matters. You can win your little battles here and there, like pinching my balls or something like this, but I will have to win the war, which is knockout. All right? So, the victim here is, Bud Light and Target. I've never walked in a Target in I think it was like 20, 3 years even. I don't know. Why? No. With that COVID shit, for me it was enough. I said, no, I think they mandated their employees to be vaccinated or something like this. I can't remember exactly, but something about that. Or you need to wear a mask, everybody needs to wear a mask and this and that. And I was like, whoa, wait a second. Anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.